Young Thug's lawyers know the rapper's release is now expected, as it would be reported. Breaking news, YSL prosecutor Fannie Willis has sent attorney Adam down to the YSL RICO case for DA Love's seat as the first chair. This is coming after reports of YSL trial now being investigated for case corruption, as well as DA Love's words against Young Thug. For context, prosecutor Love was alleging that Young Thug was doing illegal activities to chase money. As fans would quickly note, the way that she worded it made it sound like Young Thug chases money because of his skin color.
What suggests that he is doing anything illegal by chasing that money?
Your Honor.
Isn't that what pretty much all of us who aren't independently wealthy have to do every day of our lives?
Your Honor, I'm not saying that it is with certainty that this is what he is saying. What I'm saying is that it is evidence that tends to, or that has a tendency to make a portion of our assertions or our allegations in the indictment true to the extent that it is relevant that he made or said that, made that statement on that posting. He is representing YSL. He is.
I mean, obviously, you know, it's all over his body, but how is the post, the language representing YSL?
As even the judge would say, what suggests that he was doing anything illegal by chasing that money? Isn't that something that we all do? As DA Love throughout the argument was hinting towards the type of man Young Thug is the one that chases money in an illegal way. Many looked at it as Young Thug's color of skin and who he hangs around with. One commenter even said, "That's crazy. If Young Thug was white, I bet no one in the law system would accuse him of chasing money by doing something illegal." As this is where Thug's lawyers would do something amazing to make prosecutor Love look terrible, where it would be reported gang member on a wiretap complaining that Young Thug is the richest young man in Atlanta, Georgia, but he refuses to put any money back into the street, confirming that Thug chases money in a legal and right way and actually avoids putting any money in an illegal situation.
So we was just talking about we was just really talking about Spider, like how Charlotte got all these goddamn paper, but really letting these folks really just get the really ups on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way, bro. Like just being real, bro. Ain't no young his age. Charlotte the richest young in Atlanta, Georgia, bro. Ain't you having more money than Charlotte, bro? Yeah. Nah, his age, no. Like, come on, bro. Ain't having that much more money than Charlotte, bro. Charlotte supposed to be having shit. Charlotte supposed to be clean shit up, bro. Like, no, man, Charlotte supposed to be clean shit up, bro.
But, like, you just look, just see how it is now. Like, and they got some corny him, bro. When we was around him, bro, like, you know, we still gonna do, you know what I'm saying? We still gonna do it anyway, but, like,
yeah.
You feel me? Like, man, damn.
Shit ain't right, though.
Many are also looking at Young Thug's lawyer right there as the thing that just lost DA Love her main job. And this is only strengthening Young Thug's lawyer's chances of getting their client released. To understand Young Thug's release date, you first need to understand the outburst by the judge, which is what resulted in the case being investigated, where it would be reported, judge went off on prosecutor Love, saying, and I quote, "It is baffling to me that someone with the number of years of experience that you have, time after time after time, continues to seemingly, purposely hide the ball for as long as you can. And I don't want to believe that it is that purposeful, unless that it is so unorganized that you are throwing the case together as you try it," where the judge would even have to leave the stand to go take breaths.
I mean, I can't figure out what it is. If it's disingenuous, if it is that, I mean, I don't want to, the prosecutor standing in front of me right now, so I'm not going to say the possible things that it could be, but it is baffling to me that somebody with the number of years of experience that you have, time after time after time, continues to seemingly purposefully hide the ball to the extent you possibly can for as long as you possibly can. And I really don't want to believe that it is purposeful, but honestly, after a certain number of times, you start to wonder how it could be anything but that, unless it is just that you are so unorganized that you are throwing this case together as you try it.
This ended up going viral online, also even getting the attention of rappers in the industry, where we would hear 4-2 Doug say,
"Have you been tapped into the YSL case at all, and how do you think that's been?"
I've been trying to watch a little bit.
Do you think it's being mishandled?
I think it should have been dismissed. The shit with the judge that just happened was
that just happened.
Crazy, like trying to send his lawyer to jail. From the outside looking in, it's looking like they got something against him.
As the judge is finally calling out Prosecutor Love for not doing her job correctly. Her job description is to display evidence against Young Thug, bring witnesses to the stand to confirm the evidence, so then the jury can get a picture on if Young Thug is guilty or not. But sadly, the judge would confirm the jury is lost and they don't even know what's going on.
A, if it can't be deciphered, then I don't think we need to hear it 3 times. It's indecipherable. But B, Miss Love just asked Investigator Gaither and she said she understood it. It was clear. So I don't know why we're rehashing it.
It's not really whether Miss Sergeant Gaither can understand it or not. I mean, the evidence is being presented so that the jury can absorb it. And I don't know whether the jury can understand what's being said on it or not. Can y'all understand what's being said? Some of them can, some of them can't.
As the judge has been more angry than usual in the last few days, with reports being shared that the YSL RICO trial is getting investigated by state officials for case corruption, it can lead into the entire case being closed and Young Thug being released. As it would be reported, watch the judge open her mouth here. Is she signaling to DA Love to make an objection? Then she leads Love to keep going until she gets the objection right. What exactly is going on in Fulton County, and is this what our systems come to?
Do you appreciate that sitting here today, your lies have caused Yak tremendous amounts of problems?
Question. Objection improper. Vague speculation. Relevance.
Sustained.
As this has been a conspiracy ever since the new judge have been placed into this YSL RICO trial. The prosecutors have needed help since day one, and it seems like this is a possible case corruption, with the judge helping out the DA for the last few months. As what happened next was even more concerning, a tweet would share, "So it's okay for Adrian Love to show images to the jury underhandedly." As you can see, the judge is looking at Prosecutor Love, who is holding a piece of paper of evidence showing them to the jury. Clear as day, showing them the evidence that was also later denied to even be shown to the jury. Even though they already all saw it now illegally, it'll sit in their brain when it comes time to make their decision on if Young Thug is guilty or not. This is when Thug's lawyers would finally have enough, as Miss Love would end up objecting to one of Young Thug's lawyers while they were making a statement to the judge, making the entire courtroom annoyed.
Your Honor, objection.
Do you view that as a benefit?
Hang on.
Okay, I'm asking him if he views that as a benefit.
I know, and there's an objection on the floor which I haven't been able to hear yet, so wait and let me hear it.
My apologies, Your Honor.
So objection as to misrepresentation, vagueness, when the question is, do you think it's a benefit to you?
But the funniest of it all was that even the judge got annoyed moments later of having to help the prosecutor so many times. With Young Thug's lawyer making their statements, Miss Love would end up objecting in a 30-minute window 16 times. This is when finally the judge had enough, told her to stop talking, got up and walked away.
But, Miss Love, your objection was sustained. So, that's really all there is to it.
Your Honor, I think the main thing to it is that Mr. Sharp he talked.
Miss Love, I'm going to take a bathroom break, okay? I haven't had one for the last couple of times that everybody else has.
But you can quickly find out when Young Thug's release date is just by reading the body language of the judge. The judge has been flip-flopping on a mistrial decision now for the last week. However, everything has just changed dramatically. At the beginning of the court day, the judge would quickly deny a motion for mistrial. She said that she doesn't think that this was anything bad, but agrees that the questioning could have been confusing and would even ask Miss Love to clarify what her questions to the jury are.
What the line of questioning was, and so a valid objection, it remains sustained, but the motion for mistrial is denied. I am not giving any kind of instruction. you can just fix it by asking the next one.
As the judge would deny the mistrial at the beginning of the day on the spot, until soon realizing the prosecutors, they don't know what they're doing and the case couldn't go on much longer. As on this court day, it was a witness day, meaning the prosecutors had to have several witnesses on the stand taking turns to basically confirm evidence against Young Thug. The prosecutor's first and only witness would be Quindaria Zachary, who would open his statement by hitting on an attractive investigator and asks her to be the one to supervise him at his hotel tonight.
For you to whichever hotel this is, they end up putting. Can it be what? I don't know whether it's going to be that particular investigator or not. It might be, it might not be. It's not going to be up to me.
As the judge thinks that it's funny at the beginning, but what happens next, you can clearly tell that she's getting annoyed. It would be reported, Quindaria Zachary says that he no longer wants his lawyer because he feels like he is working for them, the state. He said that he doesn't think he needs a lawyer at all, and he'll be back on Monday without one.
You don't want that lawyer anymore. All right, well, let me say this. When you come back, on Monday, it may be that you want a lawyer. You don't feel like you need any kind of lawyer whatsoever. So what if things change on Monday? All right.
As this is where the judge would have enough of the prosecutor witness, kicking him off of the stand, telling him to get lost. Little did the prosecutors know, this is likely what just lost them their job, as the judge would go on to ask Prosecutor Love to send up the next witness, where DA Love would tell the judge that is the only witness they had for the entire court day.
One of the things I wanted to inquire of one of our investigators about their efforts to secure one of the witnesses and the difficulty that we have had with respect to that witness. I expect that witness will be coming in. It's the one that we've been discussing, but I think it's pertinent information.
Not right now, and frankly, it doesn't matter. If you have a particular witness, what you have been instructed is to have enough witnesses to fill the day. Okay? So if one witness is difficult, then you need to have another one lined up. Let's get the jury, please.